Monday. It's about 7 o'clock. I'm a little bit late. I apologize. Um, but today, let me just mute this. Okay. Lately, I've been thinking about visibility a lot differently. As artists, we spend so much time trying to be seen, sharing our work, sharing our stories, trying to reach people on various platforms and in person. And while part of that longing is natural and necessary, wanting to feel understood, acknowledged, and affirmed, I'm starting to wonder if there's a deeper ache underneath it all. And it's actually about learning to witness ourselves. Maybe there is something that we need to recognize ourselves within ourselves rather than society, like leaning on society to recognize us, or external um external validation. So to recognize ourselves without needing proof first, today's reflection question is, what parts are we still waiting for others um, to acknowledge, and what parts do we feel most seen, and what parts of that is from external, and what parts of that is like us. So again, today's reflection question is, what parts of you feel most seen, and what parts are still wanting or waiting for our own love. Today I'm going to be painting. Just turn this around. Second. Apologize, this is like really rough. This, just to kind of give you full range. So my friend Niamu, he is also a creator, did the background. All the spray paint, all the patterns. He took a canvas and just went ham. And now I'm going to put a beautiful lady on top and see if we can kind of put together both of our styles and create something beautiful. And one of a signature symbol of mine recently has been butterflies. So you'll see butterflies, and I'm really leaning into portraiture recently. So this is what we'll be painting today as we reflect on what parts of us feel most seen or are needing to be seen by ourselves or others. So I hope that's a good angle. Okay, so I'm gonna get some paint on my palette. We are going for some rich skin tones. So I'm gonna get my Payne's Gray, my red sienna, red oxide, burnt umber. I love burnt umber. Pushing white. And then you also want like a variety of colors. Like you don't want your skin tone just to be those. So I'm just gonna put all the colors as I can, as much as I can on this palette. think that's what we'll work with today. Oh, I need to get my knees for this. Right now, I'm just trying to get like the general shades and tones on here, and just kind of like playing with the color. A lot of my paint is not really opaque, which is kind of cool because you can see the pattern like underneath. But if I want more opaque areas, I'll just have to layer up or get a more opaque paint. But I'm, I'm really liking it so far. It's like kind of crazy. I've never done a collaboration this big before, and I'm just when I saw Niamu's um, canvas like prepared, just super in my head immediately. I was like, oh my god, it's chaotic. But then I was like, but this is such a great base layer for what I can do on top. Um, and it just really excited me once I found a reference image. I played with the colors a little bit, and like I use Procreate to layer the images on top of like a picture I took that of the canvas that Niamu prepared, and um, then you just kind of play around with like the opacity of the different layers and add other images, and it was really fun. And I once I got like a reference image that I was like, oh my god, this is it. Like I could not wait to paint, even though I was like super intimidated at first um, to get started. And I'm gonna need a seat. It was just okay. Do I have a black in here? Just a Payne's Gray. Oh, I do have black. So it may look like over here and here are both black, but this is black and this is Payne's Gray. It kind of like goes onto the canvas like a little bit blue in my opinion, but for more opacity I need the black. Get these shadows darker, which I like. So I think I'm going to be finishing up soon. I've been painting for about 48 minutes, and I'm pretty satisfied with the amount of paint I got on the canvas. It's a little bit different painting on a canvas that was prepped by someone else, mostly because of the material that Niyamu used. So Niyamu primarily works with spray paint, and that just has like a completely different like grip when putting stuff on the canvas after. It is so much smoother, but it's like I can't even, yeah, it's smoother. The paint goes on smoother, which I like, but I do less coverage when I'm prepping my surfaces. I know that's like probably something I should do more, but I like painting directly on the canvas a lot more because I like to use like charcoal, and I like the way that charcoal like goes onto the canvas like raw versus like prepped. So I didn't use charcoal today. I just only used acrylic. So, and I also didn't prep the canvas myself. So I guess it's like a little bit different, but it was really fun to get started on this collaboration. And I'm really excited about how it's going to turn out. I think it looks great already. Just with his background, and then like a beautiful portrait of a woman with flowers in her hair. Like, how can you go wrong? I just hope that I do it justice when I finish up. I mean, I'm not finished with her face. Like, I did get a lot of the tones in, but she looks a little washed out to me, and it's not like super refined at this moment. But I think I got a lot of like what I'm looking for in a base layer. And then just to, circle back to the reflection question, these live paintings are a fun opportunity for me to, of course, paint and get productive and do stuff. But I also like to invite everyone to work on something of their own craft, their own medium, and to reflect with me on a reflection question. And this reflection question was, what parts of you feel most seen? And what parts of you are you still waiting for others to see, or for you to see yourself? And to really answer that question for myself, I think that I think I need to see myself and my efforts. I think that like I look for external validation all the time when it comes to my art, because if somebody likes it, then like maybe I'm on the right path. Maybe I'm doing the thing that I was meant to be doing, but that shouldn't be told to me, but it should be told to myself. Like, I should have that like innate feeling already. But I think that comes from like lack of confidence or experience. Just because you put your painting out there once or twice or however many times, right? like, that doesn't mean that you've had enough experience. Like, if you look at people who are, successful in their creative endeavors and in their creative businesses, like, they didn't just post once or twice, like, they posted thousands of times. I think I was just watching one of my favorite creators. She's an artist and content creator, is Emily Miller Arts, and I've watched her on Instagram, and she posted every single day for 4 years. Every single day for 4 years, and just got better at content creation and better at editing videos, and then just like continued to find her voice and her style. And like, that experience of just like doing it over and over and over again is kind of what got her to where she is now, and landing brand deals, but like finding her voice as an artist. And I think that like she didn't wait for people to tell her she was good. She almost had this like delusion, she said it herself, this delusional belief in herself that she was good and she was going to get where she was, where she wants to be. She just has to put in the work. And I think that delusion, the delusional belief in yourself, is kind of like what everyone needs, whether it's art or not, whether it's, their own creative business or not. Everyone needs that belief in themselves. And it's like when you crave to be seen by others, it's like, ask yourself if it's because you're looking for external validation to build your own confidence. And I know I've done that, and I'm still working on that. But I was just really thinking about it. Like, these reflection questions are tough because you realize that you're not where you want to be yet. I'm not where I want to be yet in terms of like my style, my skill set, and my confidence in myself. I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it, and I just gotta keep going. Just like some of the content creators and artists that I follow today. Like, I just need to keep going. So, what parts that I want to be seen is, of course, I want my art to be seen. But what I feel like is still waiting for my own love, my own acknowledgement, my own grace, is like this confidence in myself. I think when that happens, you kind of unlock something. Like, so anyways, I think, yeah, that's what I think. We should believe in ourselves and not wait for others to believe in us. Because otherwise we'll just be waiting. People don't really think about us, like that. I mean, yeah, maybe if you have people that love you and care about you in your lives, but people aren't really thinking about you. You're the only one that can drive, your boat, so to speak. You're the only one that can drive, like, your life, your future. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Just see myself, give myself some grace, and give myself some love. So, yes, this is what I have so far. I think I am done for this evening. Let me just show you. And I hope it looks good. As I back up, I'm like, oh, nice. I need to just kind of refine it, honestly. Refine it, and then I have white flowers, and then the butterflies, and yeah, otherwise I like it. I'll lock it alla getråt. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. But again, the reflection question today was, what are you wanting to be like seen or acknowledged by others? And like, is it really coming from a place of like others making you feel seen, understood, and loved? I think that there's an aspect of that that is true, because we're all hardwired for connection. Yeah, we're all hardwired for connection as human beings. Sorry. Yeah, we're all hardwired for connection as human beings. And that connection is a place of safety and love and empathy and acceptance for who we are. And as like an artist and as a queer person, that's something that like I've always wanted. And I'm sure like a lot of people have wanted in their lives too, you know, as an artist or a queer person. And I think that's like this innate feeling and desire to wanting to be loved, honestly. Like this desire to be seen, acknowledged, and like understood is like a desire to be loved. And like when you don't necessarily come up from a place where you love yourself for who you are because you're questioning it, or you have a lack of confidence in yourself, then that's kind of like a tough time. So for me, I think, you know, I've come into myself as a queer woman and living my most authentic life as I possibly can. You know, I have a beautiful wife, and, you know, we are just, you know, living our lives unbothered by others for who we are. But I think as an artist, that is where I'm struggling to live as authentically and confidently. But I feel like I'm on this journey and this like metamorphic moment, or this metamorphosis, so to speak. And I think that's why I'm doing a lot of butterflies lately, 'cause it kind of represents transformation. And I'm like, no, my style is transforming too, and my content is transforming. But I want people to see my art and feel seen. I want them to feel seen or take something from it that makes them feel understood, or that they know that I empathize, and they know that I hold safe space for them. So anyways, I just talked my head off. So I hope you enjoyed this live, and see you guys again next Monday at 7 o'clock. Bye.